Well guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome to Hartung Family Farms. And today, I'm on my way back from Canada. I am making my way back, should be back home tonight. But before we do that, I'm gonna go ahead and take a couple hours and visit a few people. You guys will see soon. Let's get to it. Well, I haven't seen this place in a very, very, very long time. There's been some changes. I'll explain in a little bit, but yeah, I used to work here. I'll go through the full story probably once I get done visiting. I'm just here visiting these guys. But yeah, so these guys run a 3,000 to 4,000 acre corn and soybean farm northeast of Des Moines, Iowa. So let's go say hi. And I have a lot of good memories at this farm. I'm pretty sure that might still be the 680 that I ran. That's the first Deere combine I might have ever ran. And that's new since I've been here. So as I was mentioning before, guys, that is the farm that I worked on back in 2016 and 2017. So back when I first started working for Deere, before I worked on combines and everything, I worked over at John Deere Des Moines Works in Ankeny, Iowa. And, you know, I had some, call you back. I had some free time on my hand, and me and my buddy were like, you know what, let's find a farmer to work for. We found this farm on Craigslist, and it honestly ended up working out awesome. I mean, it was a great farm to work for. Some good work and some money after work. It got him some fun running some equipment. You know, I ran a lot of semi, ran a lot of grain cart, and ran some combine. And they were a great farm to work for. It was really close to the city. They ran Deere equipment, which was really good to get me some more exposure with, because, you know, before 2016, I had no exposure on Deere combines or anything like that. Limited exposure, I should say. So they're a pretty good sized farm. North of that 3,000 acres, they harvest corn and soybeans. You know, they run deep rippers. They run two big 9R tractors, two 680 combines, run both in beans, run only one in corn. So they're a pretty good sized farm. So it's good to stop by and talk to everybody. But first, we're gonna go stop and see another YouTuber who you guys have probably heard of before. And if you guys haven't, you really need to check him out, because he's pretty cool. So I'll see you guys there. Huh, that dually looks very familiar. Do you guys know who I'm visiting? So I'm just creepily sitting here at this random house, and this one guy in a Ford Ranger just pulls in. Wonder who that is. Yeah, so I just showed up at this random house, and oh, now look, we got here. We got Spencer. I'll let you live. Dude, I thought I called dibs on upstairs bedroom. Okay, I broke the window so you got good breeze. They got perfect air conditioning, and who needs it this time of day? That's right. But who's got the AC unit downstairs, though, is the real question. I think that's Grant. In the kitchen, we put a new dishwasher in there, too. Makes sense. Yeah. Okay, Spencer, tell me who you are.
My name is Spencer Hilbert, and I have a video game channel called Spencer TV. Grant Hilbert has a YouTube channel, and we're brothers. Just started farming and stuff, but just recently bought this 5-ton.
This thing is awesome.
It's 79 AM General 5-ton. It's got the 5-speed manual, high and low, 6x6, and we have one tractor on the farm, a John Deere 8110, and we have 2 wagons. And one of the farms is really far away, and we're like, how can we pull both and make it a lot more efficient to keep up with the combine? So I didn't originally have this in plan, and I've been working for the past week and a half on this hitch, and I got inspired by a guy on Ag Talk, and there was a picture of a farmer that another farmer just took, and it showed a guy pulling 2 wagons with a 5-ton, and it was just a far out picture, and I'm like, all right, I want to do this. So kind of slowly watch YouTube videos, figure out how to weld, and hopefully this should hold up. So I'm gonna try and get it painted today, and hopefully in this video we'll have it on, and I think we're gonna do a stress test, see if my welds hold.
What are you thinking on doing? Hooking up to a tree and just giving her?
Hook up to a tree, maybe start out, we have just a residential dump trailer, and then maybe hook up to that and have you guys watch it, and hook up to a tree and see if this will spin. Oh yeah, for sure. No, cool. It looks beefy, and he says it's his first time welding, but welding and using a plasma cutter, really not bad. I think he would have done a lot better than me. Yeah, just the past 6 months have been messing around with welding, but drilling these holes was pretty tough. Just use hand battery powered drill. Oh gosh, that would take forever. And then these gussets that strength. This is 1/2 inch. This is 3/8, 5x5, and just tried to beef up the hitch as much as possible.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then it'll just bolt right to the frame, and yeah, should work pretty good.
And I told him, you know, if it works, he doesn't even need to buy, or Grant doesn't even need to buy another tractor because they could just hook this thing on a field cultivator and away they go.
Yeah.
We'll see if it has enough weight to pull that, but either way, that's awesome.
This is 23,000 pounds.
Really?
Yeah. Grant's 8110 is only 19.
Wow.
I mean,
okay, so
maybe 22 with the weights on, but I think this box weighs 10,000, 8,000 pounds.
I guess that would make sense. It is pretty
Yeah.
thick stuff. Well, if you guys haven't heard of their channel, I'll actually link both Spencer's and Grant's The Squad, as well as Grant, like he was mentioning before. Him and his brother really just started farming from scratch 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. And that's just cool because that's rare. You don't see that very often because it's so hard to get into. Not a lot of people want to farm, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I think, what is it? Less than 2% of the U.S. or world's population are farmers or something like that.
Absolutely. So
it's pretty rare to see that. So they do a really good job kind of taking you through, you know, like you said, this is one prime example where, you know, Spencer hasn't learned doesn't know how to weld, but he just gets after it. And it turned out pretty awesome. Like you can kind of see nothing's warped, which typically when you have this high, thick a sheet metal and that much high heat, stuff will warp, but it's pretty true.
Yeah, I cranked the machine all the way up and just took my time, did 3 or 4 passes in spots that I was like, hey, let's get it strong, overkill.
Gussets are nice, 45-degree angles. Like I said, he did a fantastic job. It looks awesome. So like I said, you guys really need to check them out if you haven't. They do a great job just kind of taking through the struggles of learning how to farm. So.
Yeah, we're just rookies on there, and a lot of like mistakes, especially first harvest, first time we're ever in a combine, first time we're ever planting, and so you can see just absolute noobs. We grew up in town, and it's funny. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, Spencer, appreciate you having me out, and let's see what we can do with this.
Oh yeah. I was gonna just drive it over to his house once I'm done. And just,
Keep jacking it up right along here. Run all the bolts in.
You're right.
Oh wow, I don't know if I could have done that any better. Is that the 285 Newton meters on the money?
I think it was 280.
280, yeah, a little bit short. You gotta give it a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's when it's resting on the frame. You gotta click it back a little. Reverse it out. Getting the beast mounted.
There's a little
I ain't gonna do anything.
I saw a little movement. I could probably move in the truck, but it's on jacks right here too.
Oh, yeah, that's
What are you gonna hook it? If this does break apart, it's just going to go right into that.
Yep. When you guys are putting on, especially older threads like this, put a little drop of oil on it. Especially like
Just like
Oil
WD-40.
WD
Yeah.
oil. So we have gear lube is what we use.
Yeah.
We put just a little drop of gear lube on there, and it doesn't do anything when you put it on. But when you want to pull it off, especially if it'll be in a year or 6 months or whatever, it sits outside.
Yeah.
The world of difference.
It's not perfect with the light, but
Is that bad or
so I sat all the way in there and in between these bolts every time.
Oh geez.
You just have enough.
Nice. Make sure it's in reverse.
Yes, it is in.
So how many Ugga Duggas are you putting on this thing? 2 or 3?
How many what?
Ugga Duggas. Isn't that
Four.
the? Oh,
Put
4?
four.
Oh, very good and tight.
Guten tight. Guten tight.
Just about got it wrapped up, Spence. It looks really cool.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Don't mind the primer. We'll paint that later. This thing is sweet.
I bolted to the side here, and then this cross. So this is 1/2-inch material, and all these gussets and plates are 1/2 inch besides that, and 3/8.
Go check out their channel to see that. I'll link everything down below. I can't stop staring at it. Golly.
Yeah.
Ron, you want to jump in?
Don't tempt me with a good time. Is the battery the homemade step?
Kinda, yeah. Trying to stay off as you can, but.
Oh yeah, I'm long and lanky.
Filling gear.
Sick.
I'm gonna get it out of here.
This thing is sweet. Oh yeah, there's not a whole lot of room. These are just one of the fun toys. It's not measured in miles per gallon. It's smiles per gallon.
It gets 10 miles per gallon, which is pretty good.
This thing gets 10 miles per gallon? Wow. Yeah, you don't want to step on them. So the thing looks pretty snazzy. We're gonna go give her a shot now. I feel like this thing should be like an amusement park ride. You gotta be this tall because you gotta jump into it. Yeah. This thing's kind of cool. Just kind of cold starting the excavator. It's a 5-speed reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This thing is awesome. Spencer just let me drive it for a little bit. Wow. Yeah, this thing's cool. Jump. Looks good. Now here's the real test. What do you say, 6,000 pound trailer? Not quite?
4.5.
4.5?
And then, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of tongue weight with.
A lot of tongue weight with you're gonna put dirt on the back. We'll see. This thing is sweet. There's just something about heavy machinery, and this is cool. You're obviously you're that much better than me. You're raising the bar. Spencer, the master operator.
It's like I spent so much time on this right now. It breaks.
We're really gonna stress her out, that's for sure.
This should be good.
And we can see its movement is how it butts against this. Like.
Yep, you should see it swing some, and you can kind of tell it's, well.
And we aren't even we're using this little, you know, thin thing in there too. There should be some slop in there.
Right.
So, but.
Yeah, you're sitting pretty square straight down, so it looks good. I'd say give her a shot. I think that's just the frame. As you can see, the tongue is staying still. But the axle and the suspension's moving as it should. It's looking good. There's no extra movement, nothing. I'm confident in Spencer.
You should try going real fast.
And slamming the brakes?
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. We'll see how the hill does. Ain't that the truth? Well, he's got a lot of weight on him. It's staying solid. The truth has to be going downhill, but even going uphill, it's doing good. And these are OSHA approved stairs, or seats. Like he's got his seatbelt on and everything. So here's the test, going downhill with a lot of weight.
Might be at first slow.
But either way, I mean, it's gonna speed up, it's gonna jostle it. And you're staying solid, your bolted joint is solid because you're not rotating forward.
Yeah. And this has slop, like going off road, this will make a bunch of noise.
Oh, really?
The bed's a little loose. Or like, it's just in a float position.
Yep. I think you're ready for the field.
Heck yeah.
That didn't even move. Solid. Yeah.
We're gonna do the same thing with the wagon, you know?
Yep, oh yeah. This guy's talented. I'll give him that. You're gonna have to go step on the brakes now to get all this weight off. Spence, you did good.
All
right, yeah, thank
good,
you.
buddy. Yeah.
He had good instructions on how to drive better, so that was nice.
It was fun. It was fun. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
And the treat is we got an X9 combining right there.
Yeah.
I think I even know who they are. Cool. Well, thanks, bud.
Yeah.
See you later. And I don't want to steal this.
Oh yeah.
Well, that was an absolute blast. And I haven't smiled that big in a very long time since driving that truck. But so thanks, Grant and Spencer, for having me out. Now I think you'll recognize the family that I'm going to go see next on my way home. Won't be able to spend a ton of time there because I've been gone for 3 weeks, and my wife might strangle me through the phone if I don't get home by 6 or 7 tonight. I feel like I've seen that tractor before. Weird. Same with that 9230 on tracks. Very strange. Oh, how nice. They even left me a restroom. So Cole, what is that?
I don't go by Cole anymore. I'm an X12 combine.
Now the real question is, who's doing more work right now? The machine sitting in the shop or the X12?
Oh, the X12.
The X12 11,000.
I am the superior machine.
I mean, you're getting your workout in for sure.
Come on. I'm trying to figure out my concaves here yet.
Yeah, your fans looks like it was a little low too.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, I think so.
Combine advisor's down right now.
Cameras aren't working?
Yeah.
Dang COVID.
Yeah, it does. Doesn't really work the best the way I have it set up.
There we go.
I've learned if you throw rocks in your sample, you get a heavier test weight.
If it weighs, it pays.
Exactly.
So what the heck you got going on here? It looks like you spent a half a day just shelling.
So what we did here is that we're doing a planter variability test. So each of these buckets, we have the number of the row. So this is row 3, and row 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way down to 24. And then we're just testing to see what the yield differences are in the row to row. So we measured 17 feet 5 inches, pulled all the ears off in those. And so now I'm taking everything off, and then I got a scale over there, and we'll weigh it, and then we'll take the moisture out to find our dry bushels.
Yep.
And we'll just see our variances that go across the planter.
And 17 and a half, that's 1/1000th of an acre. Is that correct?
Yes.
Makes sense.
And so far, been cranking for like 40 minutes and it's done.
Well, and you just look, it's kind of neat. So he has them all lined up on that crack. You can kind of just see the variability in the amount of yield ears. Then you do an aerial view. I don't know, it's kind of interesting.
You get a full aerial view as tall as you are.
That's a good point. You know, being 7'12" actually helps sometimes. Or you know, you can get a. Oh yeah. Need more horsepower.
I know. You can hook it up to a.
Oh, where'd you find that thing?
Bought it online.
I think Mavericks likes you guys. Hi. Maverick, do you just want to help? That's all you do? The ergonomic conditions you're working in, Cole, doesn't seem like it's very friendly.
You know what?
Oh, that one worked well.
We've been starting the union around here. We haven't got to.
Grievances have been filed. At least it's better than, you know, hand shelling, I don't know, whatever 24 times 32 is.
Oh my goodness.
That would be miserable.
When we were pulling these out of the field, I was like, my goodness.
There's a lot of them.
For him.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it took a while. The guy from Brandon from Champion Sea who I pulled these with, I bet he did 18 rows and it took me to do 6.
He's probably used to it, though.
He was flying.
Cole, thanks for having me here. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Have fun with your hand combining. You know, reliving the old 1930s.
They had shellers.
That's true. They did have it back then.
But they just picked, you know, they picked the whole year. And well, my grandpa was telling me, I found some things in his basement. It's like this leather strap that goes around your hand, and then there's like this little metal hook on it. And so you'd have your, you know, it'd be husked.
Yep.
And you'd pick it up. They'd take that thing with your hand and you'd hook it on there to like husk it.
Okay.
And throw it up in the air. He said a good man could have 2 in the air and 1 in his hand.
What? Okay, that's impressive.
Yeah, like that's
just-
cooking.
It just makes you wonder, like, I don't know, I wish I could go back to times like that. It'd be a lot simpler for one, but just just see the work ethic and the primitive technology compared to today. Like, I know my grandpa, and I'm sure you know yours as well, would just be marveling at this.
It would, but if you're doing 40 acres in a month.
Well, thanks for putting up with me, sir.
No.
Good seeing you. Well, that was fun, guys. Just one of those times where Cole and I just got to chatting, and DC just got to chatting, and completely forgot to turn on the camera for a while. So I did get some filming there at the end. It was fun to see everyone again. But I haven't been home in 3 weeks, so it's time for me to head home. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's definitely a little different. I love meeting everybody. Or going to see everybody. So thank you, Cornstars. Thank you, Hilberts. It was fun. So thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, take it easy, stay safe, and ta-ta for now.